which blows chunks. It's Friday, May 29th. We have an appointment Tuesday, June 2nd at TECO, LA for my wife to process her visa paperwork. We're going to take my visa paperwork along and hopefully get them to do it at the same time or accept it at the same time. So they say only one person per appointment, but we've seen them break that rule. And honestly, the folks at TECO, sometimes the person you get at the counter is a nightmare, and sometimes the person you get at the counter is just the sweetest, nicest, most helpful person you can imagine. We are definitely hoping that we can get the sweetest, nicest, most helpful person we can. This is going to be kind of several segments strung together. And this is just me saying that a few minutes ago, I got my return authenticated FBI clearance from TECO in Washington. By the way, in case anyone's wondering, in Los Angeles, it's TECO, T-E-C-O, and in Washington, it's T-E-C-R-O. I don't know why they go by different things anyway. So it's Friday, I got that back. Monday at 3 p.m., I need to be at my doctor's office. The tests have been run. I've got my vaccinations. I've scheduled a mobile notary to be there at 3 o'clock. That's $100 to have them there. See the doctor. Hopefully the doctor will sign the paperwork. The notary will notarize the paperwork. I will go home, and then we will probably have dinner, and then we're going to get in the car, and we're driving to Los Angeles. Airfare is just too expensive, and we're just gonna do, not the gas isn't, but we'll take the Prius. And so next stop, doctor's office. It's June 1st. I think I got my numbers wrong. Our flight is not July 17th, it's July 15th. So I think I've been counting 2 days off. So we've gone over the paperwork. I've filled out my application, and I've already mentioned that I got the medical results back. I just have to go to the doctor today at 3 p.m. Assuming everything goes smoothly. The doctor's office, then we will leave town by car tonight after 6 o'clock, drive to Los Angeles. It is a 6-hour drive. So it's just, things are going to happen today. Nerves day. Maybe we'll do some travel vlogging. Yeah, Los Angeles travel vlogging by car. I'll show you all the rest areas along the way. They're gorgeous. All of them. Every one of them is an absolute dream. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. I'm in the car. So I've been to the doctor's office, and that went surprisingly smoothly, although I was incredibly stressed out when I got there. And that showed, because even though it really wasn't an exam, the first thing they did was check my height and weight and blood pressure. Well, my height, but my blood pressure, which was through the roof. I'm stressing pretty good. But form taken care of, signed, notarized, thumbs up. Went home, did a little routine stuff on the car, pumped up the tires to make sure, and one of them was low. And the others were all perfectly inflated. And it's like, oh, that's not so good. So I looked at it, and on the side, it had this big gash, which might have been cosmetic, or it might have been a leak. So at 4:30 in the afternoon, when the tire shop closes at 6 p.m., I took the car in, and they checked the tires, and there's no tread on two of them. and then that one's leaking. So $500 later, I've got a new set of tires. Now it's 5:30. Now I'm even more stressed, but in a different way. And I've been sitting at the tire shop for 45 minutes, and that's already taken some, wherewithal out of my back, which is not good. So that's where we are now. We're now not expected to make it into Los Angeles Hotel until about, I don't know, midnight. And we need to be at the Economic and Cultural Office, or Embassy if you want to anger China, at 9 a.m. So we're on our way. We're at the first rest area inside California. And you can say a lot of things for California. Well, you can say a lot of good or bad things for California. Well, when it comes to their rest areas, you can't say any good things about them. Well, I mean, it's here. I guess that's something. But man, they are crappy. Literally. Also, just poorly maintained. Let me explain what we're trying to achieve. Chuan has a duly issued work permit from the Taiwan government and a signed work contract for a 2-year period. That does not equal a visa to live in Taiwan. That is part of the paperwork needed to justify the visa. I can get a visa based upon her visa, but she doesn't have one yet. This should just be a formality since all the clearances have already been done to get the work permit. You can only schedule an appointment for one person at a time at TECO, and it was not possible to get appointments even within the same week, and time is running out. TECO also does walk-ins at 9 a.m. every day when they open, but they only allow a set number of walk-ins per day. I could not get my paperwork completed before June 1st, and Chuan's appointment with TECO is June 2nd at 2:30 p.m. Our plan is to drive 6 hours across the desert, arriving in Los Angeles after midnight, then get to TECO when they open at 9 a.m. for my visa processing. Chuan will be there with her paperwork so that, with luck and a friendly TECO employee, they can accept both visas at the same time, since mine is baseless without hers, nullifying the need for Chuan's afternoon appointment. If that plan fails, we return at 2:30 p.m. and try the same thing in reverse, getting my visa submitted alongside hers. Her visa being nothing more than a formality at this point. But if I have to come back later, it may be insurmountable until she receives her passport and visa back in the mail, which is expected to take 3 weeks. Nonetheless, we also have scheduled to be in Los Angeles on the 3rd so that we can attempt walk-ins again. If they can't process my visa before she has her visa, it will be almost impossible for me to have mine before our scheduled plane flight. Time is very tight. I guess we're on the streets in Arcadia, almost within sight of our hotel. With 57 minutes to spare. They look quite busy. After about an hour on the trains, we're just walking the last mile and a half. No, 1 mile. Right, we're walking the last kilometer and a half. Our first pass is a failure. We got there when they opened at 9 o'clock to get in the walk-in line, but we learned that although they open at 9 o'clock, people get there at 6 o'clock to get in the walk-in line. And so there were no walk-ins. And we couldn't squeak our way in, which blows chunks. And since it's about an hour and a half transit back to the hotel, and we have to be back here in, I don't know, 5 hours, this is kind of silly. Killing time.